What's up, everybody? My name is Joe. This is the Skeleton Joe Show. Not a skeleton, this is the show. So the idea of all the horror conventions that I go to, I want to start with the first one that I went to. Kind of makes sense. That, and it was the most recent one I went to. I'm going to film another video with someone that went for their first time, but he left for Portugal today and he won't be back in about 2 weeks. So I'm going to do mine without him, and then when he gets back, we'll do another video where he's here talking about his experience, so that way people see a first-time experience at a convention that they've never been to, and hopefully that changes their mind to maybe check it out. So Monster Mania started South Jersey, right near where I am. Started around 2003, from what I gather. It started adding in Maryland in the last maybe 9 years, I want to say. I have a guy at work who's been going to it since 2005. So he's been to almost every single one but two, which is pretty insane over the however many years it's been. I've been going for maybe 3 years, and they have 3 a year. One in March in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. The second one is in August, same place, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And then the last one is in about maybe like the last weekend in September. That one's in Maryland, Hunt Valley. Never been to Hunt Valley. It's the first time going in a couple of weeks, so looking forward to that. But they're doing a lot of cool stuff recently that they haven't had. They're going to have an authentication table for when you go there and get your own autographs by some of the stars. They have an app that they just started back a couple of weeks ago, and it was actually pretty helpful. Pretty surprised for it was their first app, first show. They just decided to try it out. Very, very awesome idea. A lot of pain going away where you have to get out your pamphlet, have to be looking at the times all together. You can just bring out your phone, look at it, know when your photo ops are, all that other good stuff. That was my first photo op experience too, back in August. Pretty cool. Did Justin Long photo op and did Sid Haig as Captain Spaulding photo op. Pretty awesome. They print them out right then and there. You don't really have to wait, but I have mine right here, and I will show you guys how it is. And my Captain Spaulding one by Sid Haig, signed. He said he was doing them for free. Be like, that would be a cool thing to add to that photograph, but this is it right here. There you go. Pretty decently priced. Not that big of a deal. Some of them are a little more pricey, but you're also meeting, like Robert Englund was, I think, 105 for a regular photo op. But also look who he is. It's Freddy Krueger, So a name that big, it's going to be a lot of money. But I haven't heard anything about, I wish I didn't meet him, because I don't think anyone would say that to, Freddy Krueger. You might dream about him, But second one, last one, Justin Long. Now, got a couple friends in here, and one of them is Tito. I work with him. He's the one going to Portugal. He's going to be the one that's going to come back in a couple of weeks. Hopefully he sees us while he's here, But there you go. Justin Long right there. Pretty cool guy. I haven't really had a bad experience with any actors yet that are at these conventions. But I don't think I'm sure somebody's had, bad happenings with actors, but that's the actor, not the actual convention, which is, tends to happen. But I've met plenty of people over the last couple of years I've went. A lot of big names, a lot of small names, but, that's the people I wanted to meet, so there you go. But I think they're done doing the announcements for August or September for Maryland. A lot of pretty good ones. I'm really looking forward to who I'm going to meet. Not going to say it now. I'm going to wait for the video and the convention, so that way you guys can see who I meet and I don't really, spoil a surprise. But the convention, I want to say that I've gone every day that they've had it, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, almost every time. Friday usually starts around 6 p.m. Saturday starts at 10 a.m. all the way until like maybe midnight, sometimes later if you're lucky. Sunday is maybe around 10 to 5, I want to say. But the days that I know I've gone, Saturday and Sunday. The last one I bought pre-show tickets. you get into the vendor area an hour early before, the whole crowd. And I did that for two reasons, because I wanted to get to the convention early because I knew I was going to have a really, really long day. Second reason, last March, it sold out randomly. They weren't expecting it. There was a fire marshal, stuff like that. They got it taken care of. No big deal. But they put a cap on it, which is a good idea considering the amount of people that they had at the last show. What I think why it sold out so quickly is because of the names that they've had. They had like Pee Wee Herman. They had Cassandra Peterson, who did Elvira. They had a whole bunch of people like that. Big names, big crowd. But I wanted to avoid that and get my own ticket before it sold out, which it did that Saturday. But met a lot of cool people. I met, those guys. I met Rob Schneider, who I just have a picture of. I don't have it printed out or anything, so I will probably put that, on Instagram or something if it's not there already. But a lot of good vendors, a lot of repeat vendors that I've seen, which isn't really that big of a deal because people going for their first time, they've never seen them before. But I've seen them a couple of times, but I still tend to look because it's worth a look, which is no big deal. But some of the stuff that I've bought at that convention are right here. So one of the things, you got the Possessed Ashy Slashy from NECA, which is really, really cool. Really, really well made. You got that right here. Pretty awesome. Got a chainsaw, really opposable, Only like $60 for this, Really, really good quality. So there's that I got at the convention. That was just a random vendor. It wasn't like NECA was there, which still would have been cool. I got my buddy Billy from Dead Silence, which is my all-time favorite as I'm dropping stuff. But there you go right there. From Trick or Treat Studios, really, really well made. And he just sits over here. And I got like couple other things I can't really remember at the time, but that's about it. Once we have the next convention in Maryland, there'll be a lot more up-to-date stuff. It's really organized. There's a whole autograph room with all the actors. It's a costume contest, which I always recommend checking out. The costume contest, Saturday night, 9 o'clock all the time. Done a couple Q&As. Did Nightmare on Elm Street Q&A recently. Did Barbara Hershey, which some of my friends wanted to see. She was from Once Upon a Time, stuff like that. And I think that's it. Oh, and a Billy Zane Q&A, which he's from a couple Back to the, I think the first two Back to the Futures and one in Titanic. But the lines are really organized. All the actual not security, but volunteers are really, really nice, really helpful. The booths are really nice. It's pretty up to date with everything. Like some of the vendors will have something one time, and when you come back, they'll have something totally different that is in the now. You know what I mean? But as opposed to that, that's pretty much it. I'm probably forgetting some stuff, which tends to happen. But I got a whole bunch of conventions coming up, so hopefully see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.